hit the button or not hit
the button.
Until the button hits you back.
Welcome to Friday Night D&D. We're short-staffed, but we're here.
Yeah, a little late, but better late than never, right?
Exactly.
Speaking of buttons that hit you back, not that anyone else heard that. That is a great NPC idea. I'll get back to that later.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
If you thought doors were a problem before, this is going to be great. Okay, so we will pick up where we left off last time. So unfortunately, Dark is here, or not here. So Tanya and Rosie will just kind of hang back for the moment. Unless you guys do
Unfortunately,
something
Dark is here.
Jambo is currently in the mouth of your newly found, at least for what seems to be the moment, friendly Bahir. The rest of you have begun questioning a seemingly large ice crystal floating above a crown. Or not a crown, a throne. Where you left off last time, you had tried to see, find out about the Winter Queen, showing a illusion of the one you're familiar with, getting the name Anastasia out of the giant gem. Picking up there, what do you guys do next?
Who's Anastasia?
Does that name mean anything for me history-wise?
Roll a history check.
I'm assuming Sora has no idea who that is.
Roll a history check. There's, you think about it, doesn't ring any bells.
Here you go. I'm going to roll below a 10.
You rolled a 10 exactly. Yeah, you guys kind of think about it. You're like, this doesn't ring any bells. Allie will too, but she's probably in the same boat as you. Though her modifier is much higher. She rolled a 28, but she doesn't know what it is either. So it seems probably unlikely that any of you would necessarily know. If we had her book still. What about you, Leah?
Do I even want to try?
You would be at disadvantage because you didn't get born here. You've been here a while, though.
Figured.
You've read
I roll
books.
for funsies.
Yeah, you all basically rolled within like 2 dice of each other. Yeah, no, it doesn't ring any bells to any of you, really. Tanya, also not from this world, not familiar. And Caleb's just happy to be here. You could ask Jambo if you'd like.
Jambo knows all.
He's currently occupied in a mouth.
Who's Anastasia?
Roll a persuasion check.
This she can do.
Doesn't acknowledge your question.
I imagine this would probably be a disadvantage, but does it look like she's ignoring the question or not understanding? Or
Roll an insight check. It's not bad. Oh, no.
I figure it's probably a disadvantage since she's not exactly familiar with the body language of a gem.
Well, let me see what she rolls first, and then I'll see. Yeah, no, she's cold as ice. Hard to read.
Is she willing to sacrifice our love?
You betcha. Oh, here, I'll take the lock off too. There you go.
Hmm.
Yeah, you ask and she doesn't answer.
Okay.
How long have you been here?
Sora,
Yes.
you all hear a voice kind of emanating from the crystal. I don't know. Not since I got trapped here, I suppose. But
Do you
I
know
don't
who
know.
Jalal is? Oh, you weren't done. My apologies.
You ask her if she knows. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Roll a persuasion check. That is not bad. Shit. You hear in your voice, Leah, or you guys hear, you hear Tujek now. Yes.
I've met him recently, and I think he has been led astray from your cause, from what I've seen. He worships this false Winter Queen.
What are you talking about? He doesn't serve me.
Oh,
Oh,
how do you
You
know
are the
him then?
first people I've seen in 2,000 years.
Uh,
oh.
that explains a lot.
Why were you
He does know
imprisoned
who he
here?
is, though. What'd you say, Techno? Sorry.
Wait.
Why were you imprisoned here?
She hesitates for a moment. We were attacked.
By the rat people?
She doesn't answer right away, but after about 30 seconds, I don't know if they're rats. There have been many horrible things. The humans, they came here when their cities were destroyed. But we still lost. That's all.
Do I have any idea what she's talking about?
No fucking clue.
Were the Icy Guardians your creation?
Is that your Benson back there?
Is unsure about the Ice Guardians. Also, doesn't seem to answer you. Apparently, she's not a big fan. She looks back though. Well, not. You ask her. She's a crystal. She can't really look. But like, it kind of swishes some colors around inside of it, and of course. I don't believe his name was Benson. That was Sir Graves' mount. At the mention of Sir Graves, this thing like rushes over here with Jambo in its mouth.
What happened to Sir Graves?
I'm assuming he died after our stand at the river. I was hurt there as well, but my essence retreated here. I didn't see him after that. You know where he is. She doesn't, though. Leah and Theris, after kind of like looking at this, getting a timeline, and finding Graves' body, it starts to strike you very odd that no one's been down here for at least a few thousand years, it might seem. You saw Graves at least sometime within the last 3 months, if not 3 years.
As well as the Winter Queen, too.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something off, because these are either imposters down here, memories, or imposters that I've dealt with and some of y'all have dealt with. Because I've spoken directly to the Winter Queen. And it was, what, within the last 3 years we've seen Graves?
Yeah, you would have seen at least both of them easily within the last, probably, yeah, I'd say even within the last 3 months, you probably both would have seen him at some point. At this point, Benson puts Jambo down. The saliva begins to stiffen onto Jambo as it freezes. It's not cold or hurting, but you're kind of like a little icically Jambo.
Yeah.
The other alley also disappears.
So, what was destroying the cities?
Kind of sits there.
Do you know these creatures? And I think of an image of the xenomorphs.
I've never seen anything like it, no.
Hey, what's up, Gate?
But I have seen, and you watch as the room kind of fills with fog. I will show you what I have seen. Heck no, roll a D100 for me. Oh,
Did I want to roll low or high?
for me or for you? I wanted you to roll high because this is great. You guys watch as an illusion completely begins to fill the room centered around Ari. Ari,
Oh,
you turn into a small, younger girl, probably about, I don't know, 8 years old. Long, kind of like silverish hair. And you are currently running through the snow.
Oh dear.
Your
Wow.
arm is in pain. You look down where the illusion's currently holding its arm, and the arm is bleeding.
Just out of random curiosity, which arm is it?
It is the left arm.
Okay.
And you can feel like a heavy breath, like you've been running as fast as you can, it feels like. What do you do?
And where am I?
You're currently like running in almost like this little at the bottom of a canyon through snow.
Do
And
I have
something
any
you can,
inclination
like,
of what I'm running from?
roll a perception check.
This an RA perception check or a
D20, it's a
insert
kid.
8-year-old?
You could roll a d20 for everything.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
take whichever one of those you want.
I'm gonna take that first one. She turns and looks about, and you just watch and feel as you get hit in the shoulder with an arrow. The pain is intense. And you just start running again. The rest
All
of
right.
you are kind of like, you just follow along. You don't exert yourselves at all. You're like, are just watching all of this happen. So you can talk to Techno too.
You're doing great,
is Ari currently in her own mindset, but from the perspective of this child, or is she in
Yes.
the mindset?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like hitching a ride. It will act on its own to some extent. Like you can do certain things within it, but you're separate from it. However, if the rest of you want to look around too, you are also present.
Yeah, I want to see if I can see where that bolt came from.
Yeah, I was going to mention much the same. What direction
You
did the
have no
bolt
idea.
come
You
from?
rolled a nat 1.
And this is a child that just got shot, correct?
Yeah.
So I immediately
So you're
like
like-
run that way to put myself in between wherever the direction and then try to heal her.
You run over there. You go to heal, but you find it's not real. It's an illusion. You're simply watching a memory, it would seem.
That rolled me
Oh fuck!
kind
You
of
rolled a
running
nat
in
20.
Wait, who did?
semi-sporadic
You did.
patterns,
I
trying
did.
to take cover
Uh-huh.
Tell
Sorry.
me
behind
everything.
random objects as it continues running.
Taking advantage of the situation, you see 4 individuals running on top of the canyon chasing after this girl. They are all blindfolded, holding bows.
Blindfolded.
Mm-hmm. But they are very agile and running without any issues. You watch as another one goes and looses an arrow. It hits you, Techno, in the back of your left leg, and you immediately drop into the snow.
Does it look like training a monk would receive?
It's some sort of martial art, yeah. These look like very practiced archers.
Mm-hmm.
Ari's initial instinct would probably be to try and throw a fireball up toward wherever the arrows came from, but I imagine that leads to nothing.
Nothing happens. You watch as they kind of perch up around and begin to kind of like surround the child. At this point, all of you see a familiar looking whiteout you've come accustomed to in your current delve down into this cave. As a thick fog sets in, obscuring vision. You can like see your breath, Techno. What do you do?
Quickly check around, see if you can see any of the archers again.
Look around. You really can't see anything unless it's like right next to you, but that's the same thing for anybody. However,
All right.
as you look around, just from breathing, you feel another arrow hit your shoulder. Left shoulder also.
I know
And then
it's.
you hear a scream of pain. Can anyone see through things such as fog or mist?
I mean, I rolled a 30.
You know
I
what?
do not have any form of special sight that allows me to specifically ignore
Same.
those types of conditions.
I'd have
I
to
will
cast
play
a
off your
spell.
nat 20. So... Oh, I have to change the mods I'm looking at. I need more mods. Oh. What you see There it is. Haha. You see ripping into one of these blind archers, Sora.
Ooh,
Right
I
with
like.
claws. And then you immediately watch it get hit with 2 arrows, and it screams out in pain. And then a
Mm.
3rd arrow. All dead center. And you watch as it begins to kind of bleed through the snow. The fog dissipates. Above, you guys can now see this creature getting pummeled with arrows. And is seemingly not doing too hot against these individuals. Techno, you feel your hand like begin to clench in like grand anger. I need you to roll a D100.
Oh, that's lower.
Nope, you're just picking what effects happen. You watch as the one closest to it on the opposite side of the canyon, or on the side where it currently resides, you watch as its hand begins to dissolve away, following up its arm until this human just disintegrates as all the atoms part. Completely just vaporized.
She's gonna try and just crawl over to behind a rock.
You don't move at all right now. The body is just
Oh.
stiff and standing there. You kind of are watching at this point.
Okay.
The rest
Still
of you
feeling
go
the
ahead.
pain? Or...
Oh yeah, you still got the pain in the shoulder and the arm and the leg. You can't see this, Techno. I would say you all probably have good enough passive with Sora rolling a 20. You guys look back at the body that Techno's in. The eyes turn like a solid whitish blue. And it's just like staring wide-eyed towards the creature that disintegrated.
Mm.
Damn.
You watch as it looks over towards the other two. Roll another D100, Techno.
Will do. 81.
You watch as the two that remain, roots begin to like grow out of their ears and eyes and their mouth until they grow larger than the individuals and begin to burst what parts are there. And then you just watch Techno fall over, unconscious. You can hear Techno, but you can't see because your eyes are closed. The rest of you watch this creature descend down into the canyon and pick up the girl and walk away. And as you do, the fog kind of dissipates back into the room you're standing in.
You okay, Ari?
You have no pain.
Is Ari...
There's no blood or anything. You felt it, but it didn't last.
How?
What did we watch?
That was the day we met.
Were you the little
We?
girl?
Oh no. I found
We-
her. I
Was that
tried.
Anastasia?
Is this
Yes.
a memory of yours, Anastasia, or of Ari?
Oh no, that's Anastasia. That's the day I met her. I tried to help, it didn't go so well. But after
Well,
that, we became close friends.
It looks like it did go well considering you saved her.
Not so much. You see, I couldn't heal her, but I did take her to a nearby village. And that is where I left her in the care of Sir Graves. He was a good man.
2,000 years ago?
2,000 years ago?
More than that, I mean, probably give or take 20, 30 years.
What happened to them?
Oh, well, I brought her. And you watch as the room fills back up with fog.
I sent it on Ari.
Yep.
Hey,
Oh, just let it happen.
Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo. And Ari, you're now sitting in the back of like this small cart with a large man. As you open your eyes finally, you recognize it as Sir Graves. But basically you're just like laying in the back of the cart with arrows stuck in you.
Ooh.
Don't worry, kiddo, we'll get you some help soon. And he kind of like puts a blanket on you, but like trying to keep it so the arrows don't touch the blanket. Goes, just hold on. Not but a few more miles. We don't have any
wincing in
healers around
pain with
here, but these wizard coots, they deal in potions. I'm sure they'll be able to help.
winces in pain with each bump of the cart.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's horrible and it's cold. You all recognize it as Graves. For those of you who didn't know Graves, you guys between seeing the frozen one and seeing this one can easily identify him. However, you do look like you're approaching some sort of like rundown looking half tower. It's like the budget tower.
It's my first wizard tower.
Uh-huh. Like build your own. It's a 3D printed wizard tower. How about that?
All right.
As he makes it up to the door, he kind of looks down at you. Like, well, I guess it beats nothing. And kind of like hoists you up with one arm and starts like beating on the door. Hey, wizard, open up!
That man has no tact.
Seemingly no answer. Boo, boo, boo. There's an injured girl out here. Come on, I don't have all day.
Can I walk through the door?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
As you walk towards the door, you walk through the door.
Mm.
And it appears to be not the greatest. The building's not all that great, but the interior's not bad of what appears to be some sort of wizard study / laboratory. It's a wizard studio,
Mhm.
but there's no wizard inside.
Ooh.
He like walks the circle around the tower. He does not finish the circle though. So you watch him walk around with Ari, and they don't come around the other side.
I'll follow them.
You look.
And that was
Don't
how
see him.
Ari was.
You keep walking. You get back to everybody else. At this point, Slumber, you see him walk inside or open up the door and walk in. Ah, well, I guess we'll wait here. And you watch as he kind of starts to tend to the wounds as best he can. From what you can see,
Cool.
Sora, he seems to have some sort of like combat medical experience. Not like a field doctor, but like a soldier might have.
Uh-huh.
Starts kind of removing the arrows and doing the best he can and like randomly playing with the wizard shit.
Oh, I want to slap this man.
You go to slap the hand, it just goes through.
I know.
The rest of you still have not been able to see Techno.
Hold on, rewind. I lost him.
You
He's
can
in
hear
here.
inside too, Sora.
Where
I
did they
heard him.
go?
They walk through the door.
Rewind.
No, they didn't.
Enhance.
And that's Sora
Just
like
walk
pops the head out the wall.
Just walk through the wall. They're in here.
They
Yes.
did not go in that way. And I walk through the wall.
They're inside.
Did you just miss them?
I think the video must have skipped to something.
Mm-hmm. You see, Ari, you're currently laying on like a bed in the room. Her eyes are closed, so you can't see again, but you can hear her like speak. And he seems to kind of like make it a comfy spot while he seemingly waits for this wizard.
Sora looks annoyed and like she wants to tend to the wounded child, but can't.
After about 5 minutes, he does get up and he starts walking in the direction of the child. But he walks past her and goes straight towards what appears to be the wizard's pantry. He opens it up and pulls out a bottle of liquor of some sort. As he begins to pull the bottle away, you just watch as his body floats up to the ceiling and he's currently stuck against the ceiling.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah,
Gosh, you never told us you were an ice wizard before you became a fire wizard?
You watch, he does manage to like strength pull the bottle down as he's stuck up there and drink it.
I
Oh, this is gonna be hard to get down. And at this point, the door opens again, and a familiar-looking wizard walks in.
oh, familiar how?
It is a very young Jalal.
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be funny to talk to him about this.
And you just kind of see that, oh, can you help me? Your bottle attacked me. And he's like fighting with it as the liquor's going into his mouth. It's trying to drown me, lad. He just drops him and he falls to the ground and like the bottle cracks underneath. He's like, ah. And you watch
So
as he kind of walks over towards the girl. What? You did this? I didn't do that. I found her this way. All right, and you watch as he kind of like starts going through some of his like potion supplies and materials, and then kind of comes back with a blue looking potion you haven't seen before. All right, glug glug, Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no.
This is what you get for bringing fire magic into the Ice Queen's domain.
Yeah.
You drink it,
You
you
could probably
immediately begin to
ignore
feel better. It seems to be some sort of a healing elixir.
Okay.
And you watch the wound slowly kind of begin to close up. And then you pass out and the illusion fades away.
Is Ari currently laying down, or
Yeah,
is she
you're
still
like laying
standing
on the
up?
ground now, and like the ground is cold. You can now stand up, and you're back in the throne room.
She like immediately jolts up. Glares at the crystal.
We're gonna point out baby Jalal, right?
Oh, he was so small.
He was always the sweetest boy. But oddly enough, I don't think he was human.
Say, how old is
Oh,
Jalal?
no,
Are we
he's not.
aware?
As far as you know, in your time, Jalal is like super fucking old. He's like over 3,000 years old.
Yeah, over 2,000 years old.
But he looks much younger than you saw. He looks like he's probably like 16.
So, Jalal told us before that his Winter Queen was sealed behind a gate. And we retrieved, or they retrieved, a horn for him. Do you know anything about that?
No, I've never heard of such a thing.
Alright, I'll pick herself up. So, I understand how you and Jalal are still alive. How is Anastasia and Graves still alive after all this time?
I believe Graves died. I don't know if he lived.
We saw him but a few months ago.
I don't know. Anastasia would have long life. She's imbued with my power.
Mhm.
I too
Oh.
am immortal. She's not, well, not immortal, but very long-lived, I would assume. But I have not seen her since the falling of our last stand.
The falling.
Yes, and just kind of gets quiet for a minute.
He's just gonna take some preemptive steps back.
Like,
Yes.
everything
come
was actually good until the day the omen came.
What omen?
Heck no. You begin to run. The fog fills the room.
Just
Can
let it happen.
Can I intercept the fog?
It's for the
Any-
pursuit of
anyway.
knowledge.
Would you like to try?
Yes.
Just remember you asked. So,
Yep.
Techno, the fog comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently sitting atop a hill covered with snow. Not nearly as snowy as it currently seems in the north, but still snowy. And you're just kind of like sitting there, content. You feel kind of happy and giddy. Sora,
Yes.
you start walking up the hill towards Techno.
Oh, son of a fair. Oh,
You
I did
see
ask.
Jalal approaching. It seems she's much older at this point. She looks similar in age to him. He doesn't look like he's aged very much, though. He basically looks exactly like how he did in the prior vision. And just kind of takes a seat next to her. It's like, oh, sorry I'm late. You know how I get when I start working on a project. She kind of looks over. Come on, sit down. And you watch as they kind of just take in the scenery for a while. They definitely seem to have feelings for each other on some level.
Ew, ew, ew.
Yeah, you. Thankfully, it's very PG. But they just kind of sit next to each other, but it's really easy to pick up on. As it kind of goes into the evening hours, and you can kind of see their town below them where they, well, she resides with Graves, and then his tower's not too far away. As they look off to the north, you guys see a silver object in the sky that just begins to like descend down like a comet or a meteor in the distance.
Is that the ship?
And you just kind of look, a shooting star! Look! And you just look at Jalal,
honey,
looks at
no.
it, just like he knows better, it would seem, but he doesn't seem to know what it is. And you watch it go straight down and crash far off in the distance to the north, and the ground kind of like shakes.
That was for sure the ship.
That was definitely a ship.
Hmm.
And you guys hear at this point, that's the day that everything got worse. Horrible things started to appear, killing humans, elves, dwarves, anything that lived up here, creatures. The people did try to resist. Even Sir Graves became a great general to the cause. But unfortunately, there was just too many enemies. They were too numerous. And we didn't have the strength. I allowed them to come here to my sanctuary. But even here, we weren't able to win. Just this frozen stalemate. And the illusion disappears and you're back in the throne room.
Is Sora standing where she was, or is she next to Ari?
Oh, you're both standing like leaning against each other, like you were stargazing.
Sora is immediately standing up and walking to a furthest away from any people.
How
Yep.
scandalous.
You alright?
Mm-hmm. Sora looks very uncomfortable.
Ari looks a bit confused.
What do you guys do?
Sora's MIA for the moment.
It just floats.
What do you think about all this, Allie?
Allie kind of just like, I don't know. Like, I am not old like my brother. Half brother, thank you very much. Be honest, I don't know anything about him. Or her.
Well, this is a good chance to learn if you're curious.
You mention it, and she just seems not like upset or angry, just a little bit put off and disinterested.
I get that.
He's interested in the story, but less so in the people in it.
I'm just gonna kind of settle up next to her, put an arm around her shoulder.
Mhm.
Sometimes family sucks a lot. You don't have to interact if you don't want to. We should
That's
figure
gonna
this
end
out
up
though.
being true.
What'd you say?
So
Your last?
the ship fell. We assume it's the ship, and then the battle happened.
that was the day she was never the same.
What happened to her?
I don't know, but I could feel her pain. She was very upset. But she fought hard that day. And you watch as the fog begins up again.
Is it going for me too?
Well, it fills the room like it typically. It's not going for you. It's being centered at Techno again.
Okay. Sora's trying to stay as far away from that as possible now.
Mm-hmm. And you go into what looks like a small war camp, and you see individuals in armor, including Sir Graves, walking around the camp, like making preparations. It appears like this is one of the armies that they were able to kind of muster and arm up. It doesn't look like the greatest. It's like a ragtag. There's some like decently armored knights like Sir Graves. There's some people with no armor, and some people with just like sharpened tools.
Something comparable to what we were able to muster in Marrow.
Yeah. But they all seem to be preparing, and you see Anastasia is like not in combat armor, but like defensive combat armor for her. She does appear to at least be well versed in probably magic and maybe other things at this point. But she still has, as she talks to the people, still has like the kind of sweet demeanor about her. And then you watch shortly after, Jalal kind of appears in like a glow of light. He grew a beard, but other than that, he only looks like maybe 2 years older.
Okay.
And you notice he didn't start to age or grow older until she did. And his age seemingly is matching whatever age she is.
He looked better without the beard.
Is Sora connected to this one, or is she free?
You're free.
Okay, good.
However, you do notice as they kind of like welcome each other. It's very obvious they have feelings for each other at this point. And he kind of looks over to her and just like, I wish I could stay and fight with you. She's like, we'll be fine. Like, the others need your help. If they fall, then we have no hope. And he's kind of, he's like, I had something I wanted to give you. And he hands the box that Sora has over to her. What's this? Magical item I found. I think it would complement your powers greatly. I'm not sure, but it should let you have access to greater power. Kind of pops open the box, and you see a pair of very finely crafted bracers with like an intricate wave shape ingrained into them. Like, thank you. I'll take all the help we have. And you watch as she kind of equips the bracers. He seemingly then bids her farewell and teleports off again, seemingly to some other front. As the bracers are kind of on there, her facial expression just changes slightly. And then you kind of fast forward to that river where you were previously. And it looks like they're kind of set up there defending against what looks like those rat creatures currently. You watch as they're holding the line. She is pretty freaking dangerous. You watch as she's like freezing things and like summoning these ice creatures, and you just watch as some of the people like look around. You also watch her like moving that river around, seemingly at will.
When her facial expression changed, did I get any sense of emotion?
an insight check. You do see the
Water.
face right now while
Water.
fighting. She looks very like angry and emotional and just like destroying these things. However strong she is, these creatures continue coming and coming in greater numbers. There's seemingly no end to them. At this point, you do watch as from behind them appears another form. And it yells out in a familiar voice sounding of the wintergreen you are currently with. You see a very large standing. Let me just get that. We only need this part. Woman made of ice that yells for everyone else to retreat and begins kind of attacking these individuals. You watch as you kind of go back into the tunnel, and then the illusion fades, and you're back in the throne room. That is the last time I saw her. All I know is shortly after that, this entire area was frozen solid.
Did you freeze it or did she?
No, I attempted to stop them as you saw, but I was destroyed shortly after and reformed back to my core here. And
What
I
were
have not
those-
been able to reform since.
What were those braces that he gave her?
I do not know.
Probably makes her ice magic stronger.
Is something stopping you from reforming?
I never have regained my strength. I don't know if it's because of the gate has been sealed or because what, but I have been unable to reform. And I've been here since.
What? But Kate,
Well, the Divine Gate closed a good 1,000 years before any of that happened. I lived in solitude. I mean, I'm not any great deity by any means, but even a lesser deity serves its purpose. But I've been stuck here. I am happy to hear that she survived, though. I was afraid she died that day as well.
Well, unfortunately for us, she appears to be causing some problems up in the north. Allegedly.
I see. Is there something that I can do to assist you? I assume you came here for a reason.
I looked at Allie.
You do notice the room also starts to get significantly colder. You seem to be making her very nervous right now.
I'd attempt to change the
Take it
subject a
easy.
little bit. I'm like, you know anything about a plague that can control the dead? And I project the mental image of the plague that's been ravaging the area.
It takes a second. I'm not aware of a plague, but I do recognize these creatures. You watch another illusion flash very quickly, and you just see in some village, you're assuming close to here, just people being swarmed over by these creatures, seemingly wiping out
Does,
entire towns. These look like
does it look like
zombies,
does it
similar to
look
the
like a
ones you saw
more
previously. They,
does the
they don't
village
have any.
look more does the village look more modern or more like a village from 2000 years ago?
I mean, for these people, there's not a great amount of supply, so their construction materials haven't really changed a whole lot. It's not, it looks more like wood-based construction. It's probably like a tribal village, but it is quite large from the looks of it. Um, but they seemingly just are overrun, and you just hear as this goes on. They were one of the many things that came after the omen.
Did you ever find a cure for it? Or a way to stop it?
I believe Jalal and his forces were able to stop them, but I never saw him again either. That's why he wasn't with us.
Well, it seems they're back.
You do note though, while the zombies do look the same as the ones you met in the north, they don't have any markings of any type of plague. But they do look exactly the same, other than that.
How can they be stopped or controlled?
Um, I was defending here. I believe they could just be destroyed. I think fire worked well.
Do you know the root or the cause of it? They're taking over faster than we can destroy them.
I don't remember them being a large problem. They were slow to move, but I don't know. It seemed like they were moving with a purpose, but not their own. We were actually
Any idea?
defending from here until those other creatures appeared. We didn't even know what those were. They just showed up. We're not even sure where they came from.
Any idea whose purpose they moved under?
I only have one idea, and you watch as she flashes back to that illusion of the battle you were at before when she was the large ice creature. You watch her just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like destroying a couple groups of these rat creatures, and then you see three larger black swords just like fly through the air and shatter through her ice form, and you watch her crack down to just the head, and you just see a humanoid looking individual with a black hooded robe that's just walking forward, carrying two swords in their hands, but no face,
Did the robes have any distinctive markings?
just black. Not the
Did
greatest
they
like looking,
seem
like they were a little torn up too. Like they had seen combat and were a bit weathered.
okay? The approximate size and build of the individual, does it seem similar to the three lich druids we saw earlier?
No, it doesn't. It's taller than them by a little bit, and also
Okay.
a bit bulkier. Not super bulky, but they were kind of not.
Does it look anything like Rockshire?
I was gonna ask.
You can't really make out anything, but this creature seems to have legs. Rockshar does not. Rockshar has tentacles.
Hmm. I see.
But I mean, Could be. It's really hard to say.
Black swords. Do they appear to be metal or energy?
Hard to say. You can't interact with them, but they look like dark, solid black metal swords.
Okay.
They also do seem to float about without the bear wielding them, as after they destroyed her form, they floated back over towards the individual.
Hmm.
So seemingly he was holding two swords, and there were also four swords that were floating in the air.
Do you have any idea who that is?
No, that was the last time before I was stuck here. It felt very wrong, though.
How so?
I don't know how to explain it. Allie's like, I understand what she means.
Can you explain it?
I'm not sure why. I think, and she kind of doesn't really want to say anything. I think it's just a genetics type thing.
Mm,
I think some of us are more sensitive than others.
I see.
Jamba looks very confused at this point, also.
Jambo's just a happy little icicle on the ground.
Benson puts it back in his mouth. All right, what do you guys do next?
Gotta refresh my memory on the name of it. It was the Star of what again? Asteroid.
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of the Star of Asteroid?
I've not heard of it, but I've heard of Astaroth. Also,
Astaroth
a
was,
great wizard, I believe. Yes.
I think so. Don't know much about him.
Yes. Not aware of any star he had, though.
Hmm.
As you guys are kind of sitting there, what are your intentions towards Anastasia? If you don't mind me asking.
Right now, we're just concerned about the army she's amassing.
I personally am on
Unfortunately,
good terms with her. Our kingdom has helped immensely with research on trying to figure out what's wrong with or what's causing this plague. But she does seem to be very picky about who enters her realms and has her eye on expanding her empire.
I see.
Conquest is a dangerous provocation for all involved.
Well, I wish I could help you, but unfortunately, I'm powerless to stop her.
Is there a way you can talk to her?
I mean, if you bring her here, I could speak to her, but I have not seen her since the day we parted.
Does she know your life? I guess that's a silly question.
I don't know.
Hang
I
on,
mean,
I'm going to make a call real quick. I'll be
her
right back.
powers sound like they're still intact, so I would assume she would know that I'm still alive. What are you doing, Leah?
I'm gonna message Sir Graves.
You gonna send a message to him?
Yep.
No effect.
Ooh.
You're not sure if you cannot place graves or if there's something preventing you from sending messages out of this place.
Well, that's inconvenient.
Roll an Arcana check, though. See if you can tell the difference. I'm happy to tell you, even with your plus 15 modifier, you're not certain.
Did I
Either
roll
means you rolled
one?
really low or very high DC.
You rolled an 18. You rolled a natural 3.
Ooh.
Not my area of expertise.
Ellie kind of looks over at you.
Bad reception here.
Yes.
Can I get combat inspiration? Wait, how long does your inspiration last for?
I think 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gone.
No, we're still. Yeah, no, it'd be gone at this point after all the different illusions.
Oh, was it a D10?
Yes.
I'm just gonna add it to. I'm gonna pre-add it to my perception.
Ooh.
Sorry, I had a 40 perception.
There you go.
She saw the individual snowflakes in that blizzard.
She counted them all and named them. Counted them twice, probably too. I do worry about her, though. With her condition, if she indeed is in distress or something has happened, she would be a very dangerous individual.
Her condition?
Yes, I thought you were aware from watching the illusion. No?
I felt her pain.
Does your generation not know what witnesses are?
Can't say I've heard of that before.
You've never heard of a witness?
Well, I've heard of such, but
I-
it's typically somebody that has seen a crime committed and they can give testimony to it.
Oh, not that kind of a witness. And you watch as a picture of Anastasia just appears in front of you, and you see the eyes that are the blue and white for her. They call them witnesses because they bear unique powers typically associated to the creator. Some sort of abnormality. It doesn't always appear the same, but for a long time, these children were hunted and basically locked up in colonies hidden from everyone else. Some could not control their abilities, as you could see when I first found her. But she was able to control herself with my help. There it is. But they used to be killed until they were imprisoned. In many cases, they would actually remove their eyes, depending on the generation.
So those blind archers were also witnesses?
Yes, I believe they were trying to return her from wherever she escaped from. Poor thing was frightened and almost dead when I
And
found her.
When you see the creator,
Of all. So in this
huh,
world, there is not a whole lot is known about the creator other than like there's a creator. Which would have been the first being. There were then 6 pieces of creation that were made, which were the first 6 beings. And then after that, Gold Dragon was created by the creator after those original beings that he made to serve him. And from there, Gold Dragon made the rest of the gods and
okay.
devils.
And then some things happened.
And then things happened. There was typically normal balance, good, evil, back and forth, back and forth. And then something happened and the gate was sealed.
Why was the gate sealed?
You actually did see this in your scene orb at one point. Completely randomly, you had seen an individual backstab the keeper of the gate.
Mm.
AFK, man, I gotta take puppy
Mhm.
outside.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a long time ago, though. Yeah, I think you guys rolled like a natural 1 on your scene orb, like over a
Something
year
like
ago,
that.
probably. Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because you're watching
other
all the
than
Celestials fight.
other than strong magics, what what else is it about these witnesses?
They don't use magic at all.
Oh,
They manifest their will into reality. Most can only do it to certain extents where it seems like magic or abilities. But there are stronger ones that could do almost anything they wish. You see, that's why they were all kept or killed. Too many issues in the old ages.
huh.
I don't believe she ever made too much use of practice of hers during her time with me, other than controlling it. She tended to use my powers more than anything else when she was in my care. Honestly, in some ways, I think she was better at using them than myself.
Students have a funny way of doing that, don't they?
I never thought of her really as a student, just as a friend.
Hmm.
A daughter, when I could spare it. I couldn't live with her, and she couldn't live with me, but close enough.
Well, we're not trying to harm her or anything. We just want to make sure she's not trying to take over the world.
Mhm.
I mean,
And to stop the ongoing plague that's ravaging the world.
And that.
I don't know about any plagues. I used to have the power to prolong life, but not remove plagues.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Well, have you heard of any kind of arc?
Like a boat?
No, like a box.
I mean, there's, and you just kind of watch the image of the box that Sora has an illusion of it appear. I only know this box.
No. Uh, Not the box we're looking for. I don't think, anyways.
Allie kind of like eyeballs the box a little bit. Kind of elbows Leah.
What?
Can you read that?
Can I read that? Oh,
She
I
points
don't
at the
know.
box.
I'll take a look.
What languages do you speak?
Some of them. Elvish, Undercommon.
But there are some runes on that box.
Sora, have you tried reading this yet?
Sora has tried reading it.
Oh,
Seemingly only
a
you and
little
Allie
bit.
right now see the runes.
Read what?
Oh, you don't see him. Oh, I don't speak that language.
You look at the box, you don't
Does-
see any runes.
Does Sora not see runes?
Nope. If you
Can
could
I-
For the
see
rest of
anything.
us, do we see
Can I take out
any
my,
writing on the box whatsoever?
No. All right, now only Allie and Leah see anything on the box.
I'm gonna take out my spell book and try copying down some of the runes.
They're not like spell runes, like they're inscriptions into the box itself that holds the bracers.
Can Sora pull the box out now that she's paying attention?
Yeah, you pull out the actual box, same thing. You don't see any runes on it. They see the runes on it.
No, I'm not seeing any kind of writing on this. Are you there?
Leah
Did I say
and
anything?
Allie are smart enough to know at this point. The reason the two of them can see it is because they have automatic magic, detect magic.
Hmm.
But if you were able to, is detect magic touch or just self? I always
Self.
forget.
Self.
Yeah.
It's just self.
You could probably write them down though.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, so you start writing them down. Allie can read them too, but she wants someone to verify. This box appears to be from the elemental plane of water.
It's kind of like peeking beside her, trying to see what she's writing.
Mm-hmm.
Sora might be able to decipher it because she knows Terran, not
It's
Ogwyn.
ancient primordial.
Oh,
So Allie kind of like looks at like primordial. Anybody? Anybody?
only
Why
one
would I
dialect.
speak primordial?
She's like, and you watch she waves her hand and makes like translated versions of the runes for you.
Thank you.
What does it say?
It's just the meaning is less to you because they're just like individual words. It just signifies it's from the plane of water. It's not like a specific name or anything of great use.
Oh, okay.
But that is the only arc I know.
Can Sora examine the box one more time?
Yeah.
Still nothing about the box.
The only things that were in the box were the bracers, which, if you had to guess, are probably on her arms.
Yup.
At this point, Benson is just kind of like laid down on the ice.
As they're all looking at the box, Jimbo's just gonna like pry open the mouth and slop out.
You just kind of slide out with all the saliva. Yeah. Take a little loogie.
He goes pattering up. Benson, all alone. Jambo, keep Benson?
Roll a persuasion check. She kind of looks at you. I do not make him stay here. If he remains here, it's likely he refuses to leave his master. And he just kind of like pouts a little bit and puts his snout down.
Jambo nods solemnly, turns around, marches up to Benson. Benson,
Like looks at you.
Jambo, you're boss now. You follow Jambo.
Roll a persuasion check. He just puts you in his mouth and swishes you around.
This is not a refusal.
You did roll a 30.
I sure did.
Bards, even at level 9.
Speaking of not staying here, how do we get out of here?
That is a very good question. I've never left. I don't know.
Is there like a
Oh.
back door we can take, or
It's like, I really don't know what to tell you. My powers aren't what they used to be.
Do you have any idea how the others left? You said the others were here before.
I don't think they left either. I can still feel some of them frozen here with us.
Well, I mean,
You bore through a
Anastasia.
lot of ice and things to get here.
That's fair. Anastasia and some of the others aren't here.
I don't know.
They
My
must have
powers
left Senna.
do not seem to reach beyond this place anymore in my weakened state.
is there anything we can do for you?
I don't believe so. I don't know. I would like to see Anastasia again. But if you are stuck here, at least we have each other.
Oh no, we're not stuck here. We'll just go out the way we came.
Do you know how to go through the snowstorm?
Unless you have the ability to teleport us.
There's not a door that you came through. If you recall, you knelt down in the snow and appeared at the steps.
Yeah, no, that's a little. That's a bit of a toughie.
From what she stated, she seems to only have minor powers at this point.
What can you do?
I can show you memories. But just because I'm here in this place. Now that I think about it, this would probably be something you guys would notice after a little bit. Allie and Leah, there's something magical about that column behind the throne.
Hmm.
It has like latent magic kind of like in the object, in the ice.
Can I put a hand on it?
Yeah, feel free to walk up wherever you want to put a hand on it.
Don't mind if I do.
Roll an investigation check.
You find a curtain when you pull it back. There's a wizard.
You
Oh, it's
don't
the wizards.
find anything about it, but you do notice one interesting fact when you place your hand upon it. It is not cold, and it is not ice. It is a crystal.
That is different.
That is.
This appears to be a crystal.
As you get closer to it and you kind of like peer in, as your magic vision gets a little bit closer, you can't penetrate all the way, it would seem, but there's a lot of magic like built up in this crystal and it's flowing upward.
Wait. Is the core the floating ice, or are you the big crystal then?
She's the crystal. That is just something behind her, not a part of her.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Your Majesty.
What's that? I can only look forward.
Oh, that's a little awkward. Can we like rotate you so you can look this way?
Think
I
about it mentally
don't
and
know if
project
I
it to
can
her.
move.
Well, we can just turn her too, though.
I mean,
Just project what I'm looking at while they're doing that.
It's just ice. It
No,
looks
this is a
really
crystal. It's
nice. No,
not
dear,
ice
it's
at all.
ice.
I
I
don't
built
think
it myself. I'm fairly
is.
confident it's ice.
This is 100% not ice.
can Sora tap it?
Yeah.
Does it go into the roof?
It does. And it is definitely not ice. It's cool because of the temperature, but it is not ice cold.
How hard does it feel?
Fairly hard. You also, with your passive perception, pick up a slight hum from inside the crystal.
Can I put my ear up to it?
You put your ear up to it, it's just, you kind of just hear a light humming. You don't really discern anything other than that.
You said it's pulling magic up? Leah?
The magic is flowing upwards, yes.
Where is it flowing from?
I try and look down.
You look down, trying to follow it, like looking for a water faucet where the water would be spitting out. You circle it a couple of times. It looks like it's coming from the base of the throne.
Could that be why
Not the
she's
back.
not got her powers?
Is it being siphoned from her?
I'm assuming we're being quiet.
And you're kind
No,
of
I
like
don't care.
just talking in. Well, Leah can talk in your head, can't she?
No,
Or
I'm
no,
just talking out loud. I don't care.
Leah's talking out loud. Okay.
Why would I care?
This is also true. Come to think about it, as you mentioned that to each other, you remember the nature of the oozes you fought in that first room after the river? A very similar magic.
You said it's magical? Or there's just magic flowing through it?
A little bit of both.
Tasted it. Maybe magically delicious.
Lick it! Where's Misfit when you need him?
Jambo, your time has come.
Should we try and break it?
This whole thing,
I mean, what? Putting a small crack in it might mess with it. And it will help me get my mind off,
are you still ruffled from that? Oh, you poor thing. Yes, let's give this a bit of a crack. Let's see, what do I have?
Oh, Sora's already rearing up to punch it.
Oh, yes, no, you do your thing.
Roll an attack.
I'm just going to point out I'm going to be spending key points on this attack. But let's see what I roll.
You don't really need to, unless you want to like use an effect.
Well, I'm using my key to add a +6 to that.
You hit it? You hit it? No effect. It is very hard.
I have a bad idea.
Ow.
I think I know what your bad idea is.
Do you?
I think so.
Do you have a
Looks
better
toward the
idea
top.
than my bad idea?
I don't think so.
All right, bad idea it is.
Do you maybe want to ask her first?
Yes, Ice Queen, do you mind if I go inside of you real quick?
Oh, you and I had two different bad ideas.
Oh, I thought we were on the same train of thought there. No, I was just gonna stick my head right in.
It's a bit forward, isn't it?
What?
I don't actually know why.
I don't understand.
What was your idea, Ari?
Well, you said the throne. It was coming from the throne, right?
Yes.
So she's on the throne. What if she wasn't on the throne?
That might be challenging, but I see where you're coming from.
Are you telling her to step down from her?
I don't know if you
No.
can.
Out of character.
Well, we might be able to help her. But, I don't know. I guess you could just stick your head in.
No, I like your idea better. Your Majesty,
Yes.
we have suspicions to believe your power is being siphoned from you. We could test this theory, but we would have to remove you from your throne.
I think you've all been in the cold a little too long, but if you could find a way, I mean. And she looks down to her base, and it's like frozen into the bottom of the throne. I don't really know how to move.
Jambo, could you be a dear and get the... And Jambo does a little salute, and then he turns to Benson. Benson, can you grab the rock?
You want Benson to grab it?
We'll do that to Benson.
Will this hurt Benson?
You don't know.
You tell him
Jumbo's
to
gonna
grab
try
it?
first. No, Jumbo's gonna try first.
All right. What are you trying to do?
Jumbo's gonna climb up and just try and yank the ice shard.
Roll an athletics check for me.
+3, go.
Yeah, doesn't budge.
He's giving it his best.
What else you got?
That is a good question.
Fitz
I
is
feel like
slowly
fire would be a
forward.
bad idea.
Well, if we want to teleport, I've got to save that. I could disintegrate the base, but I don't think that's gonna go well.
Well, as long as you don't
Besides yanking it, or hitting it, I don't have much.
Allie's like flipping through her spell book.
Any ideas, Thurs?
No. Any possibility or thought that we could have could be disastrous. Didn't one of us at one time have a tuning fork?
look still here.
I have
A
a regular fork, but well, it is fancy, but not that
Or
fancy.
spellcasting focus.
Just out of
Jumbo's gonna
curiosity,
go ahead.
the base connecting you to the throne, is that a part of you, or is that just holding you there?
Like, just sit there. A bit of both, perhaps? I don't really know. I'm just kind of here. I don't really feel much of anything.
Before we do too much of this, you should understand the implications of what we're doing. There is a risk of you just shattering. But this is probably your only chance at freedom.
You should not shatter me. Let's definitely not shatter me.
This is your only
Yes, I
chance at
agree with that.
freedom, I think.
Should I be worried?
Oh, probably, but we're professionals here. You can trust us.
Mia spent a great
Alec
many
just
years
kind of
studying
looks
magic.
over at you and like, oh dear. What do you guys do?
Jumbo's gonna press
We'll
his
try
head
and-
against the gem and just hum with it.
Okay.
Are we going to be removing her?
Or we'll try and reassure her. Mia spent a great many years studying magic, and Allie has been trained under some of the finest of spellcasters. If anyone's going to know what they're doing, it's them.
If we either melt it or if we hit it from the base enough, I think it might just snap right off.
You had a tuning fork, though, didn't you?
Just a fork.
No, it was a spell one time we cast that you could swore that you had it. Or was it someone else?
Oh, it was a spell that made... It was a spell. It wasn't an actual item. It was your pinging spell. Unfortunately, the pinging spell in the experimental phase, but potentially you could try it.
I don't know how that would help here.
I was just curious, I'd like to take it and tap it gently on the crystal to see if a resonating frequency would do anything.
Sorry, your passive perception is also the highest.
Really?
Huh?
Uh-huh.
You start to notice, not that they don't notice it's cold. It's been getting gradually colder the longer you've been in this room.
Hmm. Can I insight the queen?
Sure.
I mean, disadvantage because crystal?
Yeah. Doesn't really have much emotion. It's a crystal.
Fair. Has anyone noticed it getting colder?
Dari's warming gem. Has she noticed it getting colder at all?
Mm-mm. As long as you're
Was
within
that
like 5 feet of your gem, it's at least a warmer source. I mean, it's cooler
Okay.
in here, but you haven't specifically noticed with your own little tiny heat source that it's been getting colder.
Oh, maybe you could ask your rock to melt it.
If we want to remove her, may I try?
Go ahead.
Sora will hop up on the side.
Mm-hmm.
How thick is it at the base?
It doesn't look incredibly thick. It's probably like maybe like a 1 foot diameter.
First of all, I'm gonna activate the astral arms.
All right.
I'm not attacking her, so no one's getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna. Is it all right if I try and move you from the throne?
I don't know if you can. Just please don't break me. I'm very
So
delicate.
Sora looks at the bottom of the base. I'll be careful.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead
Athletics.
and roll your acro. Do you want athletics or do you want acrobatics?
Technically
It's more.
athletics right now because I'm using my astral arms is higher.
Okay. There you go. You latch on and begin to pull, but it does not give.
Very well.
Jambo, as you're kind of like hugging that thing and humming, you specifically, as you've been covered in saliva on and off again, you're starting to breathe slower and getting like some chills.
Oh no, he's going into hibernation mode.
And you're just kind of getting cozy and slower. At this point, you watch as Benson like starts whining.
What is it? Oh, hold on, wait. This might help. I was going to pull out her wand of negotiation and see if that will work on him.
think it has to be able to be a language you understand, isn't it?
I think it just allows it to speak common, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's specifically for things that you can't communicate with.
I think it. Hold on, let me double check.
So I remember we used it in the volcano on some of the Dragonkin, and
You have also not heard Benson speak, though.
that is true. I don't know if they have to be physically capable of speech. Well, I assume they have to be physically capable of speech.
Natural 1 on his save. He just looks
So,
confused. You can't move, Jambo.
Oh,
okay, what's wrong?
He just kind of like pushes forward and like nudges you in the direction of Jambo because he can't get past you guys. He kind of gets like low to
Yeah,
the ground and whines and like points at Jambo. And you just
yeah,
see
I think
Jambo hugging the
Jumbo's.
crystal.
I think he might be stuck.
again?
He's not stuck. He looks unconscious.
Hey, Theris, he's not looking so good.
Medicine check just to see if I can tell there's something just physically wrong.
Well, he is cold-blooded. I can't imagine this is too good for him.
You kind of check him out. He looks like he's getting far too cold, and you kind of notice too. Like you start looking around. You hadn't really paid much attention to it, and till you saw him. It is getting really cold in here.
Yeah, because I've got the boots and the ring, so am I even feeling it?
No. But you kind of like look at him and you see even Ari, while having a heat source, is starting. You could like see Ari's breath even with her heat source next to her. And you just kind of notice like everyone, like you can see the cold now that you're like, oh shit.
I turn to the crystal. I'm like, are you lowering the temperature here?
I don't have that kind of power. I can, and just you watch like a little illusion appear in front of you. It's about all the power I have left.
Something's causing the temperature to drop drastically.
We're just gonna sit beside Jambo and use magic to remove the saliva from him. Try and warm him up a bit with Ruby.
You like put the ruby on his forehead.
Holding it above him.
You feel your nose again, Jambo.
It's not what the spell's made for, but it's a cantrip. And I just kind of keep putting resistance on him to try to help him.
He
Jambo just
slowly kind of comes back to consciousness.
He just latches onto Ari.
I'm glad I got sit up here first. Come on.
Going to pull out the hammer. Does it still have a crack in it?
Slight.
Arya will kind of flick her hair around in front of her, pick Jambo up and put him on her backpack. Now don't crawl into my backpack.
Too late.
Yeah, I don't know what you're expecting. He's in there already.
Okay, you cannot breathe right now.
Oh, it's the bag of holding.
Now you got he's got 10 minutes.
Noticing the weight gone, she's gonna sling back her backpack, open it up, and reach in and pull him out. I told you not to go in there.
It's actually warmer in there. There's no air, but it's at least warmer. 5 more minutes, coach.
Can Sora look around to see if she can find a way out?
Yeah, go ahead, roll a perception check.
She'll let him sit halfway in. No, keep him a bit warm.
Well, that's low.
You guys start looking around. Not that you can see. This room is just like a solid ice throne. No doors, windows, ceiling solid. Everybody but Ari and Ferris and Benson and Allie take 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh,
Ooh.
this kid.
Everybody, step close for a moment. If this works, then I can maintain it for a while. And I'm going to cast Anti-Magic Field.
Oh.
10-foot
Oh, no.
radius and up concentration up to an hour.
Hold on, let me get Jambo.
What does that do to the throne?
Fire's good.
We'll see.
Hey, how's that going to affect my lungs?
You're going to die.
They're not impacted by anti-magic, I believe the description specifically says.
Good. Good.
But you are exhausted. So let's see. She's good, he's good. I got you. You have boots, and Ari has a gem. Tanya takes exhaustion. Rosie does not. Elwyn does not. Caleb does. You just hear Caleb back. Fucking cold in here.
Yep.
He just starts like doing sprints across the room to stay warm.
Now,
I could do a
when...
tiny hut while we figure this out.
Well, you're not going to cast it over here.
But it should stay warm in there.
Well, that's what I want to see. Does the magic affect anything, the temperature in here? Like, is it being magically generated? Does it nullify it?
As you cast anti-magic field, it doesn't make it warmer, but there's like a subtle hint like you're not getting as cold in here, but the room itself is still cold. Because while your field does prevent magical cold from emanating through it, the room itself being cold is still going to impact it to some extent.
Yeah, I know the cold. I just didn't know, was there a lessening of the cold?
There was,
Okay.
from what you could detect, ever so slightly. So something within this room does appear to be making cold.
I'm going
Can
to walk
someone try and
around.
find what's...
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Can someone find what's making it cold, please?
Yeah, I want to walk around, like, to the crystal back here to see if anything happens when I get my field within range of it.
Does it move with you?
Yes.
Yep.
Self
As
10-foot
you
radius
move-
sphere.
As the entire room like follows you as you walk along. The only strange thing you notice, the coloration of the crystal changes as you get close to it.
What significance?
It's
in
got
color?
like a green coloration. But you don't have detect magic up. You'd have to ask Leah or Allie if they can see it.
I'll
So.
take a look.
Not in here, you're not.
Yeah, now, is yours an innate ability or is it magic?
It's innate. She doesn't need
I'll step out of the anti-magic field and take a look.
You look, the crystal appears the same other than where his field touches it. And you just see like a solid magic on the outside of the crystal, like impacting with his field.
Yeah, I think it's coming from here.
Did anybody try hitting it earlier before?
I did.
Punched it.
And nothing happened, correct?
You wanna try now?
Punch it with
Sure.
punch it in the spot where I basically nullify its magic.
I have a second option that I want to hold off on, but yeah, let's try and hit it. Dude, are my astral arms gone?
No, they last like 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, but I'm in anti-magic field.
Are they magical?
Monks are weird.
Yeah, if it's
No,
a class
they
ability,
are-
then
They're spirit.
Spiritual energy?
They're
Yes, spiritual.
I would say your arms would still work for the scope of this.
Alright, I'm gonna hit it with my astral arms.
hit it with your strong hand.
after all, you're using ki, not magic.
You
Yep.
punch it, but still no effect.
Does anyone else have an idea they can hit this with? Or should I go for the, should I
Leah
just...
and Ferris, really quick. I need you both to roll Arcana checks for me.
I would love to.
Sora doesn't know about magic.
Ooh, someone dropped a 20.
Wasn't
Aw.
me.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Exhaustion.
Yes, he's got exhaustion.
Oh, because you're cold. You only rolled a 29 instead of a 35. Boo hoo hoo. You guys like sit and think about this for a second. You look at the crystal and like you think about the light that you're seeing like against his field. You kind of both wager who probably designed this crystal. You know one very specific wizard who happens to specialize in light magic
Dash.
and crystals. No, Jalal.
Oh.
He was always using prismatic spells. He does use like ice and other things as well, but he seemed to have a preference towards illusions and light magic.
Your Majesty, this looks very much so like Jalal's work.
I'd have to concur. I've spent a bit of
Jalal?
time with him.
I haven't seen Jalal in over 2,000 years.
I think he might have been the one who trapped you here.
I've never seen him in here before. I don't know how that would be possible.
You can't turn around. I mean, you didn't even know this was behind you.
Well, I knew it was there, but it was there before.
And it appears to be his work.
But I had this here before I even met him.
Time is so strange sometimes.
I mean, he was a very sweet boy. He wouldn't do anything like this. He always spent time reading his book.
Big book, blue?
Yes.
Oh.
And she makes it doesn't have a lot of detail because she hasn't seen it in a long time. It looks exactly like Allie's book. Allie just like the jaw drops.
Um,
I think your boy has kept some secrets from you.
Not her boy.
I messaged you.
Well, then whose boy is he?
Whose boy do you think he is? I
Uh,
thought this was made very clear earlier.
yeah, we know who's the child. I guess the question is, if this was Jalal, why?
Jambo. You take 3 points of cold damage.
oh, we need to get out of here.
Is he taking the damage in the shell? Or in the sphere?
He's not in the sphere.
He's currently halfway in Ari's bag.
Leah, you said you could do a hut of some sort?
Yes, but it's just a temporary solution.
That's fine. How bad idea would it be to smash the...
At this point, I'd take our chances.
Okay. Is the hut anything like the door or the mansion?
It is a orb of being comfortable.
You just hear Jambo at this point. Mansion, please.
I, yes,
Jambo's so cold.
I suppose the mansion could go up. Let's take a break.
I was gonna try and smash...
Out before you cast that spell, Leah, Allie tells you to stop.
Why?
And she looks around. Hold on one sec.
extra-dimensional space within an extra-dimensional space.
Hmm.
I don't have it. Oh, I never
No,
did.
that can't be it. Because then the bags of holding and haversack would have sucked us all into the astral sea.
Try your orb
We
first.
wouldn't be in here.
She tells you to make your dome first.
I will dome it up.
You go to summon the dome, and it does not appear.
Oh, yikes.
Asshole.
Your brother?
She just kind of like... Not good.
Shall we try and break his toy?
Yeah, I'm getting rather sick of looking at it.
Sora pulls
How
out the
about now?
hammer.
She's like, allow me.
Let's
And you
go
watch
ahead.
as she conjures her force bolt, her force version of the fireball. Or the force ball, sorry. And she chucks it at the crystal. And it just skims past it for her.
Good effort.
Seriously?
Alright, Sora, do you think?
on.
Now, you're not gonna crack again, are you? Sora's talking to the hammer.
Doesn't say anything.
Alright. I should probably step out of the anti-magic field.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try and hit the crystal as hard as I can.
Roll an attack.
Oh, no. That's not a good modifier.
You hit it, you make contact, but nothing happens. However, the room begins to get colder. You all take, other than Theris and Allie, so those who are immune to cold things, you're good. Otherwise, you take
Well,
5
we're
points
in
of
the
cold
field,
damage.
so my stuff's not working in the field, but is it penetrating as well?
No. So I would say you still take I would say you take 2 because the room is getting much, much colder from outside your sphere, but you're protected from any immediate type of cold increase directly.
Okay. And when I'm going to walk over
Jambo,
towards...
you get back out there.
I'm going to walk over to the
Technically, you're
crystal.
here.
Does the anti-magic affect her, Queen?
No, she's not magical. She's a deity.
Right, well, I didn't know if the crystal itself was something that was... Maybe she was trapped in it.
No, that's actually her form at the moment. You work. It doesn't seem to have any impact, but it also doesn't seem to like hurt her or cause her discomfort or anything.
Well, it's a long shot, but we could always try burning the crystal.
Go for it.
Therefore, was fire
All
here.
you.
Hold on, I gotta give more damage out.
Or if Jalal made this and is always using light magic, do we have any kind of dark magic? See if it affects it. Something negative.
Oh.
I have darkness that I can cast.
I don't know that would cause damage to it, though. Anything
I have
necrotic?
disintegrate.
I have grease.
You could try disintegrate.
Alright, I want to try one more thing.
Hold on, I gotta get even more damage. Alright, did you already take your 5? You're resistant,
No, I
aren't
wasn't
you?
sure. She's resistant, has the gem, and has the piece of the obelisk.
He picked 2.
All right.
Tanya takes 5.
May I try and break the base down here?
Are you asking her?
Yes.
Please don't break me.
Very well. She won't push it further.
That one does not take it. Here does not take it. Jambo. Oh, Jambo, buddy.
I put the 5 on Jam already.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's too much.
too many. Too many. Jambo, okay. Jambo up, Jambo down. Very crazy day for Jambo. And Sora was in the bubble. Yeah, you guys are okay.
Is the throne magical?
Are you asking Leah? And
Yes.
Ellie? The throne, it appears to have some sort of essence, but it looks like it's one piece with the crystal. They're all one singular piece of crystal, it looks like.
I can cast disintegrate, but I won't be able to cast the mansion afterwards.
Can you cast it anyways?
Are we at last resorts yet?
Do we want me to try burning it first, or?
Go for it.
Allie's like, you can't summon the mansion anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of
Alright,
assuming we get out.
How much
you have to-
firepower do you want behind this?
You say firepower, and just like the entire group, other than Jambo, like gets to the back of the room.
Well, all right then. Jimbo, do you mind grabbing the rod in there for me?
Jumbo nods and he hops down and he like creaks as he moves.
The rod's in the backpack.
Oh, well, he still creaks as he reaches in.
The arm sticks out.
Thank you.
Like Mary Poppins pulling the rod out of the bag.
And
People might want
she's
to back
going-
up.
Oh, you guys are fine. How big a radius is this?
You'll be fine. How big's the radius?
This is fine.
So,
That's pretty big.
alright, Highness, I'm gonna try and, well, burn the large crystal behind you. See if we can break it.
Hit it with a fireball.
No. She's basically out of spell slots. She's gonna aim the Mizium rod
Oh,
on the backside of the crystal.
You shoot at your cone of flame.
No, she's gonna go for the bombardment.
Okay. So you unleash upon the crystal structure, but it has no effect. It is cool looking though. Jambo's like, again.
And probably a brief moment of warmth.
I refuse to believe there's no exit over here. Is there enough? Is it just solid wall here?
Solid wall all the way around. There's like the pad where you landed where the steps come down, and a wall behind it.
Can I tap to see how thick it sounds?
Yeah. You hit it. Roll an investigation check.
Best score.
you can tell it is rather thick, but you're not sure how thick. Allie just kind of sits down. I think this is a trap.
You think?
Yeah.
Any ideas on how to get out of it?
I got one.
What's the bad idea?
She just looks at you.
Hey,
Not with like you did something wrong, with like, I'm gonna make the obvious suggestion that I can't say out loud.
oh. Oh. I mean, not an ideal.
She looks. I don't even remember how many spell slots I have. Hold on. I have a couple. I got. Oh yeah, I got some good ones. I mean, I could plane shift us to another plane, but I don't know where it might send us if we're still having issues. But it. What are the odds it's worse than here?
Another plane would be good.
How many specific planes are there?
You have no
If
idea.
Jalal is siphoning her power, we can't let him continue.
Well, I could try and melt the ice around your base. Maybe try freeing you that way.
Sora looks worried
Does
at Ellie.
the Winter Queen give any reply to that?
What do you ask her?
She said I could try melting the ice around your base and free you that way.
Please don't. Not a big fan of fire.
We're kind of running out of options here.
Well, you can't light me on fire.
I'm not gonna light you on fire. Just the ice around your base.
Yeah, that's me.
Jumbo's gonna start humming to himself and cast Heal Word.
Mm-hmm.
So-
At this point, you watch as Benson puts you back in its mouth so you stay warm.
So Ellie, so how many planes are there?
Last time I checked, infinite.
So the chance of it being worse is infinite.
But it's also infinitely better. Besides,
Is
if we
it?
get out of here, we could always go somewhere else tomorrow. If it works.
How many people can you take with you?
She looks through. I believe, including myself, about 9 total. Including me.
We have 11 people.
And a Benson.
We have 9 people and a robot and Benson.
So if Jambo hops in the bag of holding,
That might work.
Yeah? Might be able to. Well, can you shift something as large as Benson?
I think he's too big.
I can make him smaller temporarily if we are taking him.
I think you can only make him
Then we
huge.
could put.
You polymorph him.
I can polymorph him. Can I only make him huge?
If you use enlarge reduce, I think it only goes one size.
I
'cause
got
he's
polymorph.
gargantuan.
Then we could put him and Jumbo in my bag. As long as we take them out quickly.
At this point, I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws unless you're immune to cold effects.
I could pretend to be immune to cold effects.
I say if we would have,
Sure.
if there's nothing else that we've tested out for the anti-magic, I'll. Does anybody know anything they want to try? Otherwise, I'll have
No.
dropped it so I could add all our gear back
Man,
in.
my con rolls are bad. No, that's not right.
Anybody think of anything?
Mine is 12.
No.
Okay, I'll have dropped it.
Ooh,
So,
that's a good con. Oh, one.
I think it might be best to try plane shift if that's an option. Because the other option, I don't. I'd
Jambo,
rather not play.
Leah,
Well, I've got Word of Recall also, but we're going
Ari.
back home.
Well, the issue is with our teleports being changed, we don't know where we'd end up with whatever spell. Leah, Jambo, Ari, Tanya was okay, Caleb was okay. Ferris, did you roll a con save?
So, do I need to even with my gear?
If you have your gear, then you're fine.
Yeah, so I dropped concentration on the
Um,
other because there was nothing else anybody could think of to try.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Was already fine
You all
with
take another
her
level of
gem or
exhaustion.
Yikes.
was already fine with her gem, or did
No.
you take a level?
You took level 2.
All right.
You're only on first level though right now.
Yep.
Jambo's on level 2.
All right.
And Leah, I believe you are on level 2 now also.
Yep.
We can't stay here any longer. Let's get Benson and Jumbo in the bag and let's get ready to go. We're going to see if we can find a way to help you, but we can't stay here any longer.
All right, so who's doing what?
I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this. It's not a good idea.
Wait, who has the third level exhaustion?
Oh,
Jambo.
sorry, did it drop 2? It should only be level 2.
Yeah.
And Jambo and Leah.
Should I just disintegrate the base of the throne?
Up to Leah.
Or he
It's
just
not a
kind of shrugs.
it's not a good idea, but it might make something happen, and that's better than nothing at this point.
Oh, I see. It's adding 2 because I dropped 1 and 2. It's all coded into one singular one now.
Okay.
So if it adds up.
Oh,
If you're-
someone dead.
If you're gonna
No.
do it,
Oh.
we do it fast.
Yeah, let's do it fast. Alright, gather up. Does anyone else have polymorph for Benson?
Allie has polymorph depending on who's casting what.
Your Majesty,
Yes?
what is the Behir's real name?
I don't know if I ever caught his actual name, but I do not believe it is Benson.
Okay, well, it's Benson now. I apologize for this. I'm gonna cast Disintegrate at the base of the throne.
So go ahead and target the eye shard. It is technically a part of the eye shard.
Yeah. Well, it's a dexterity saving throw, and I don't think she can.
It's at the base. It's not at her.
Yeah, but
What do
if
you
she
think
did,
the base is?
It's at the base of like the bottom of the throne where it touches the ground.
yeah, no,
I know.
she's connected to it. She ain't floating.
We all
Benson,
float down
yeah.
here.
Go for it.
Roll it.
Can somebody catch her if she falls?
Sort of
I
can.
think there's
She can.
Could we have prepared for that? Yeah, I think it'd be nice if someone was there to catch her, just in
So
case.
someone wants to stand near the disintegration ray.
Oh no! I'm gonna run over there and catch her if she.
Sure. So it is a ray. Yes.
Yes. Oh no, does it reflect? Oh no.
I need you to roll a d8.
Oh no.
Oh no!
As you hit her with the beam, she does take the damage. And it reflects north directly into the throne and the crystal as well. Go ahead and drop damage on her again.
Oh jeez!
Mm.
Oh oh! Everyone hit the deck.
This was a good idea.
And you watch as a slight crack just across her.
Ooh!
And it starts getting really, really cold.
Leo, that did not work. I think it's time for us to go.
Perhaps you're right. I did have to upcast that, so that's actually an extra 66.
Jumbo, I need you to roll insight check.
Jumbo will do this.
Extra 20 points of damage.
Oh, jeez.
Insight, Jumbo.
Uh-huh. Jumbo, something wrong with Benson's face.
Uh-oh.
I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
That
Roll
was.
initiative. Then roll initiatives. His eyes now glow blue.
Uh-oh. That's enough. My boy.
You're my boy, Blue.
Why did I have disadvantage? Oh.
Exhaustion.
Exhaustion. That's the second 20 I've dropped tonight.
Oh, ouch. The initiative pains are real. Leah, you notice something seems very off with Benson as Jambo seems concerned.
Oh, hello, dear. Let's not do this right now. Polymorph.
Hold on one sec. That is a success.
Ew, that is not good.
And you just watch as Benson turns towards Leah.
How's that teleport coming, Ali?
Anything else you want to do?
I'll move a little bit. 5, 10, 15. Jumbo's in Ari's backpack, right?
Is he? I thought he was in Benson's mouth.
Wasn't he in Ari's backpack?
I thought I'd put you in
No.
my mouth to keep you warm.
No, Benson got.
So
he
you'd
got
be
put
on the
in Benson.
ground because you got put down, I think. So you are right near your buddy Benson.
This is fine.
Ferris
Bonus, I'm
is
gonna
so
burn
far
that
away.
one. Because this is
Fair.
gonna hurt.
At the end of your turn, the Winter Queen is going to use a legendary action.
Yep.
I need everybody in the room, including Ferris. You were close, though. To make... Actually, I'll force him. Rosie's not impacted by it.
Man, my saves today.
31.
You're all three blinded. Except Altwin is immune to being blind, so it doesn't have any impact on him. But Ari is blind for a minute, and Caleb is blind for 1 minute.
Ah,
You just watch as like their eyes are that same color. What's going on? You get a saving throw at the end of each of your turns to try to knock it off.
Ali, are we going for your plan?
She like looks. Can you buy me where'd it go? Come back.
A minute? Hour?
No. Everyone hold hands?
Ari's blindly reaching out toward the side of her.
I was more referring to the other plan. Nope. That's all I can say.
Oh. Yes, that plan. Jumbo. What are you doing?
Jumbo starts wiggling around in Benson's mouth. Benson? You okay?
He's not acting normal.
I start trying to like get out of his mouth.
Yeah, you get out of his mouth, okay. He's focused on Lee at the moment anyways. Oh, also, Jimbo, I forgot to tell you. At the start of your turn, you take... Why did do that? Silly people. Why did they code it that way? Do. They coded that wrong. Jumbo, you take 5 points cold damage.
Ow.
I got you. Anything else? Action?
Benson, no. Don't eat boss. Benson's gonna pull out his little slide whistle.
You mean Jumbo?
Oh, yeah, Jumbo's gonna pull out his little slide whistle. Benson also has a little slide whistle. It just appeared. I don't know how it got there. He's gonna crank it a few times because it's probably frozen solid a little bit. And he's gonna play Benson the song of his people, the lizard song.
Roll either a performance check or an animal handling check.
One of those is better.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped a 20.
No!
So as you go, you begin playing the most beautiful rendition you'd ever played, and then it pulls out and snaps from the ice.
Did you roll a 1?
No,
Wait, what pulls up from the ice?
your slide whistle breaks.
Oh no! Benson looks. Jumbo looks very sad.
He would make a sad slide whistle sound if he could. You can still use it as a drumstick as the spellcasting focus.
This is all for Jumbo. Oh wait, he's gonna scoot a little closer.
We'll look at Allie. So, what's the plan?
He just kind of looks at you, looks at the crystal, looks at you, looks at the crystal. I don't know. I wasn't sure, and then Fingers Magoo over here shot it with the disintegrate.
Everybody said okay, I just did it. Thought it might work.
Well, she seems pretty angry now. Maybe we should try saying sorry?
I'm
Your
assuming.
hammer.
Very sorry,
Yep.
Your Majesty.
Yep.
My bad.
Like, she puts her hand on your shoulder, Leah. I think you know us better than that at this point.
I just look at her with a raised eyebrow.
I'm gonna say hello. I'm gonna apologize with the hammer.
Allie's just like, hey!
Do I still have to roll the hit?
Yeah, it's an actual creature.
Shit.
As you go to hit it, the hammer is repelled. Apparently has a little bit more power than it let on.
Were you really just not... Were you making the room colder?
You should have just gone to sleep.
Oh, you bitch. I'm gonna have to read that ability, because... Oh, I'm gonna... This fucking bitch.
Couple more stories
Second
and y'all
attack.
would have gone to sleep.
Alright.
That's it.
The hammer.
As you hit her with the hammer,
Yes.
you watch as another crack appears. And she kind of like yells out in pain.
Okay, I have not played a monk in so long, or a high-level monk ever.
It's been a week.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't used the hammer ever. Ooh, it doesn't specify that it has to be a monk, then. Alright, yeah, no, I'm going to spend my last key point to punch her with my astral arms.
Sure.
Hit. The second attack.
You're so lucky
Yes.
that disintegrate went north.
Yep. And that's my turn. Hey, do I take any cold damage at the start of my turn?
Yes, you take 3 reduced to 1, I believe, for you.
No, I don't take reduced cold damage.
I thought you did. Yeah, 3 points then.
Alright.
There's.
Only I need to be fair.
So we've got her and the and Benson, correct?
Mm-hmm. Benson seems to be under some sort of control, and she's very upset you shot her with a disintegrate ray.
And she has straight up said we should have gone to sleep. Unless she said that to me only.
You could have stayed and been my friend forever, Sora.
Where's my button?
I could have told you stories.
Number 4. I quickly grab my my holy symbol and reach out, and looking at Benson, and I cast Banish.
Ooh. That is a one.
He
Fucking high
failed by
DC.
1.
You watch as he like goes down to like eat Leah, and as like the mouth goes to close on Leah, disappears.
Benson, no!
Jambo, Benson just disappeared.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Now,
First,
Man, that feels great seeing them. Oh fuck, you rolled a 20. Oh, but I got a 21.
that's that, man. I tell you.
now look. We can all go back to being friends if you stop making it colder.
She's going to teleport.
Oh,
This fucking bitch.
Shatter.
do you mind?
Let's see.
Hey! I'm assuming no reaction?
Teleported.
Yeah. I don't have Mage Slayer, sadly.
She is going to shoot a ray.
AFK sick.
Is that a
Mhm.
spell?
Not sure.
Is it something I can counterspell?
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, I love doing that.
You gather it is not an actual spell, no.
Okay.
But it is going to shoot in a straight line at you guys. Is there someone else under Ari? No, that's just Ari's weird square.
This bitch.
Oh, I get
Whoa.
advantage
Whoa,
Oh.
whoa.
because
Oh.
of all the exhaustions. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, those were attacks. I thought you were rolling damage.
No.
Now you roll damage.
You guys take 6, 12, and 12. Oh, his concentration's gone too. You don't have your effect, buddy. Where's Caleb?
Oh, and people are blinded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Second beam.
I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm.
Sh- 32 wasn't a crit?
Why is Kalen being targeted?
Oh, I don't know why he got affected. He was just on my list. How much?
You
did
killed
that?
my Jambo!
5
For this you will
and
pay.
6 that so he gets 11 back.
I think you might have hit him last time too. Yeah, you did.
No, I added it together already.
Oh, okay.
He goes to 11 total. Okay. So those are the wonderful actions. And then Jambo went down, you said.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that can't be good. Oh no. He's okay. And then you watch as she emanates more of that familiar looking fog. Well, no. That's it. That area is now covered with the same fog as before. Rosie. Oh, it's not Rosie's turn. Rosie goes on Tanya's turn. Ellen's like, what's going on? Where is it?
Crystal tried to kill us. I hope that's enough.
I think he can technically see this thing, can he?
He's immune to blind, so I believe so.
He's immune to blind, but he does not have any way to see through the fog or any extra sensory stuff at the moment. Jeez. I know where it was. This is not a good thing. He will run up to it. It's the only way for him to see it, but he will attack it at disadvantage just so he can see it.
Does he? Oh wait, he's not flanking with anyone.
No, it's a ranged attack at disadvantage. Still hit. Ooh. That was almost max damage. He watches like this blast of green energy blast out from his palm. It like, kind of lights up the fog. Second blast. Goes wide.
I'm back. Sorry about that. My dog was being retarded.
No worries. Last attack at disadvantage. First one hits, the second two miss.
Not this cute one. It was the other one.
His version of Scorching Ray. I see.
Different attack.
Same result.
Hits for harder.
Mm-hmm.
Benson's turn. Benson is currently somewhere on another plane. Very, very confused.
Is it warm?
You don't know. Allie. Oh, jeez. We do not have Bless. That wore off. I have spells, I guess, but nothing. I think Disintegrate would probably be a bad idea.
Probably.
Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, I don't have that spell. Never mind. Yeah. Just gonna go ahead. At disadvantage, just smack this in with a force bolt. That does hit. And then she will disengage. Well, not disengage. She'll just back up. Seemingly takes no reaction. Tanya's gonna back
Tanya
up.
and Rosie.
Tanya is going to Aldrich Blast. Oh wait, no, she doesn't have Aldrich Blast. What does she have? Oh no, she does. Aldrich Blast. 1. Oh, you don't have Bless. Still hits regardless. For max damage, 10 points. Actually, no, she would have had disadvantage because it's ranged. Let me make sure she hit that. Nope, that was too many. Well, that one hit anyways. So yeah, we'll make that a good one. Another max damage. And she hits one more, I think. And a miss. At the end of Tanya's turn, she's going to use a legendary action.
Uh-oh.
She is going to do another beam attack.
No.
Same path as before.
Oh. Goodbye, Jumbo.
Don't kill my Jambo.
So I'm just going to point out something very, very dangerous for Jambo.
Jambo would technically be on the ground. It's not
Okay.
that big of a beam. Let me untarget
Good.
my Jambo.
I'm going down, guys.
Uh-oh. Hang in there, buddy.
I have 5 hit points left.
Hang in there.
Correction. You had 5 hit points left.
You missed.
Oh no!
Actually, no, I have 7 hit points. Haha.
Ari takes 7 points of cold damage. Ari's turn.
Ari keeps getting pelted with ice rays from behind her, which she can't see, so gonna kind of stagger down, rotating herself. Leah, I can't see.
Oh, right here. Literally right in front of you. Can't miss it.
So, wait. She can move and is trying to kill us.
Yes, apparently.
Where? I'm just gonna
Oh,
hold out a
you
fireball.
also do take, at the start of your turn, 4 more points of cold damage. Already reduced.
That's Ari, or
Ari, yeah.
that's
So,
after it's
Jambo-
reduced?
Hold on, Tanya did too. Hold on. Let me catch
Jambo
this.
has a failed death save incoming.
And Allie would have taken it as well. Ooh, Allie got 9. Okay. Continue.
And that's after it's reduced.
I already reduced it down for you.
All right. Well, she'll loose a firebolt in front of her.
All right, is it disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. Should already take it into account.
Yeah, you got a lot of things if you do disadvantage. Aw.
Yep.
You just hear a clang behind you. Ow.
Over here? Oh. Well, which way am I facing? And her bonus action is just going to restore a few sorcery points. And that is going to conclude her round. So at the end, she gets a con save?
Yeah. You are no longer playing.
There we go. Where did... Ah.
At the end of your turn, she'll use her last 2 remaining legendary actions to increase the level of cold.
Uh-oh.
At the start of Caleb's turn, he takes 2d10 ice damage instead of 1. Thankfully, reduced. He takes 2 points of damage.
I'm gonna need a healer.
Oh wait, he's not raging. He takes 5 points of damage. Oh no, hold up. What was he at? He was at lower than that. No, he was more than that. He was like... There you go.
Thank you for casting Disintegrate, Leah.
That was like 160 something damage. Good stuff.
Caleb does not like this crystal. You can see it enough because you can get close enough to it. He's not the spell casting kind. I think the words we're looking for are Reckless Great Weapon Master.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Reckless, thank you.
My weapon would be great for a barbarian. It's better.
Miss. And another Great Weapon Master. That one does hit. $29 points of damage. Why won't this thing fucking die? Top of the second round. Outland takes.
Did Theros go?
Yeah, he went
Okay.
last round.
Gotcha.
Outland takes 10 points of cold damage. I forget if he has resistance. Oh, 5 points of cold damage. Seeing that you can walk away. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to actually go one more. He's going to reach down to Jambo. Jambo. He's going to push his hand into your body. And you heal for 9 points. That is his action. That's all he's got.
Into his body.
Caleb is going to continue on with his long-standing tradition of hit it with a stick or hit it with a big stick. Reckless again. No Great Weapon Master. No Great Weapon Master. Boo. And second one. Shit. Oh wait, that hits. Oh, they both hit. I thought it was lower. Yeah.
Hey.
You watch as the ice cracks.
Mhm.
And then it gets a flash of cold. And she's back up.
That looks very familiar.
Does she look like she's in perfect condition?
No, she's still cracked.
What about the second hit?
Oh, second hit, true. Hold on.
Second hit damage.
Another 16 points.
Also, did Rosie go?
He didn't use his action to make Rosie do something.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Crack, crack, crack on the ice. Sir, with your 7 hit points, what would you like to do?
Well, I want to pretend to not take 2d10 damage.
Well, you're not within range, so you don't.
Oh, I gotta take the damage.
Oh, yeah. You take 4 points of cold damage, Leah.
4.
Okay,
Okay.
Caleb's got to take them too. Oh, he's still not raging. That's my bad. 16 more for him.
Alright, I want to use 50 feet of movement.
Okay.
And I'm going to smack this bitch with my hammer.
That is flanking.
That's why I moved here.
Get a flatty. Go for it.
Oh, I get a flat roll?
Yeah, because it's advantage. Because no,
Disadvantage
you don't
for
have
what?
disadvantage.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you didn't get it. Do you have any? No, you're only first level exhaustion.
Yeah.
Mark yourself as advantage, and FG will take it from there.
Exactly.
That was almost a 20.
Second attack.
I forgot to roll that advantage. Let's see if this is a crit.
You won't get a crit.
You're correct.
Oh,
Next to it.
that was close though.
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh shit. What you hit it with your hammer, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So two things happen really quick.
Uh-oh.
As he hits it with the hammer, it shatters, but so does the hammer.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And Sora goes unconscious, but you're out of combat.
Okay.
Does the room immediately start to warm up?
It doesn't get warm, but it's not as freezing cold.
And standard drill, I reach my hand out.
You reach out as it was shattered. It seems that there is no presence here. However, Sora, you're knocked out.
Yep.
You kind of sit. You have like a ringing headache from just being hit, and you're just cold.
Oh.
And you sit up, and you're in a field of snow.
So, can she stand up, or is she in too much pain?
Does it matter?
Fair. Yeah, I'll stand up.
Your master can see you at any point. I mean, do you really want to sit down?
Yeah, I stand up. And I look around.
I'm not going to make you roll a perception because your perception's stupidly high. You see a very tall individual standing maybe like 200 feet away from you in the snow.
Sort of walk over that direction.
As you walk over to this individual, they get bigger the closer you walk to them. This is Artemis.
The dragon?
The dragon in human form that died.
Ah.
And he just kind of looks at you.
What kind of expression?
Just blank stare.
So, kind of looks out at the ice field. Does she have the broken hammer?
Doesn't say anything. Extends a hand out towards you.
Mm-hmm.
You just see a fist sticking out in your direction.
A fist?
Mm-hmm. Just one fist.
Can I raise my fist to his?
Yeah. See a fist bump.
Yeah, sure.
He smiles. Rest is up to you now. And he just blows away in the snow. And you wake up.
Yep.
At this
Wow.
point, you feel something help pick you up. And you see a large astral hand picking up Sora. So Sora,
Yes?
you've broken your hammer,
Yes?
but apparently you were worthy enough. You've gained a new ability.
Okay.
Hold, please. Where did that shit go? Hold on. There it is. I believe it is this one. Yes. Nope, not that one. This one. Nope, not that one. It's going to be the one in between. There it is. So, as an expansion of your astral arms,
Yes.
once per day, you can summon essentially a Big B's hand. That is not a concentration, that is an extension of your astral abilities. So you may use the clenched fist, forceful hand, grasping hand, and interposing hand of a Big B's hand, which is not
Oh,
magical, it is astral.
okay.
That's
So
pretty sick.
you see this big, huge hand, like your hand, just like kind of picks you up and dusts you off and pats you on the back, kind
Oh,
of gives you a thumbs up and a fist bump, and then
yes.
just kind of fades away.
All right. So the hammer is like completely shattered.
Yeah,
All right.
it shattered along with her.
There.
You all right?
Oh, yeah.
Jumbo has started wailing.
Oh yeah, Darius, what do you hold your banishment on the Bahir?
Before it expires, I'm like, there's a chance that it may not. It may attack us. We don't know if it was being controlled or not. Are we ready to deal with such and having to kill it, or knowing that it is running free wherever it's from?
Allie, get the plane shift ready.
If Benson eat me, so be it.
Is everybody else okay with being eaten by it?
We'll be ready with the plane shift just in case.
How
Right,
close?
Allie?
I've only got a few more seconds left. Allie, are you ready?
Gives you the thumbs up. Just kind of waits.
Everybody get in a defensive position, and I'll release concentration.
You watch as the return of Benson. And you just see a lethargic, heavy-breathing creature laying on the ground next to you.
Oh no.
The eyes are no longer glowing blue, but it's just...
Is he looking old?
He kind of looks over and he just kind of like nuzzles up against Jambo. He doesn't look old, but you gather, just based on the little bit of knowledge you had, he was likely preserved by the Winter Queen's magic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd met combat injured people that the Winter Queen had. It seems that magic is no longer here.
Yeah.
He just kind of puts his head against you, Jambo.
Well,
And just puts his chin on top of you. And then just stops moving.
I reach my hand out.
Oh, D100.
can I slap his hand away?
No, I'm not doing it very obvious. I'm just kind of turning my hand slightly as everybody's focusing on that.
Ooh.
Nope.
You reach out. Nope.
I saw I thought it was O2 at first. I'm like, yes.
I know, I thought so too. I was like, oh, here we go.
Jumbo reaches out.
You try to hold up his giant head.
Well, see, I could
Or
do
really you
it.
just
It'd be
squished
cool if I could have
underneath it.
taken that and I'm like, Jambo, you can stay with him forever.
You can still say that.
That would be awesome.
There's
This is
driving
going-
around. There's driving around in a white carriage around Kobold Caves. Hey kids, you want to see a
See a
you want to see a
magic
big
trick?
lizard?
So you watch as the departure of your dear friend the Bahir.
Jambo is just crying and he's trying to fit his whistle back together so he can at least play him off.
Roll
What
a
kind
dex check to put your whistle back together.
What kind of instruments can Jambo play?
Get
Slide
very
whistle.
talented.
Oh,
Fair.
that's not the right character.
This is the right modifier.
No.
No.
And you play the most melancholy farewell song to your dear friend. Benson was an
Sure,
old
yeah.
lizard, but a new friend.
I will put her gem between her breasts again, pull out her lute, and join in as backup.
Lute with a slide whistle.
As this happens, you
Hey.
guys notice that it appears this chamber is starting to melt and come apart.
Uh-huh. Yep, I assumed. Has the pathway opened up yet?
You don't see any pathways. You're not freezing anymore.
Uh-huh. Ali?
Jambo, it's time to go. She's gonna
Um,
quickly clean up off some magic.
Like, I guess we could try the way we came in.
Kneeling?
Just no. Let's just break through the wall.
Alright, go.
He kind of like looks over at Caleb. That'll help. And they are going to both grunt, drag their feet, and charge towards the wall down here.
Are they both chargers?
No, but they're both charging with their head.
Ooh! Not the head.
Well, he's got his helmet on. She doesn't.
She's a dragon, but still not with the head.
She's pretty hard-headed.
At least she's not thick-skulled.
It cracks. Shit.
Can Sora run in after them?
Yeah, I mean, you could try. This is thick
Yeah.
wall. This is like us trying to get into the ice before it collapses. We should have brought the gosh darn explosive.
I mean, I'll smack into it.
You smack into it. It has a similar effect. It cracks it, but there's like a lot of ice at least left to go through. It would seem right here.
Uh, can I use my Big B's hand, or was that not till tomorrow?
It already dissipated.
Fair.
If anyone has any good spells now, ooh, Ali knows what to do. Ali knows what to do. She walks between you and Caleb.
Ooh.
I forgot. No, not that kind of oops. She can pull out her staff.
Say if not, I got word of recall.
She's going to use 3. Or hold on, how many charges is that? How many charges? She's going to consume 5 charges of her staff and cast Pass a Wall.
Oh.
You watch as a tunnel doorway opens up through this
All right,
chunk of ice.
everybody out.
Well,
She's like, that's the first time I've ever used this thing.
come on, everyone.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys run out so we can close out of this map.
Jambo?
You guys run back out into the snow.
I grabbed Jambo. Come on, Jambo. Do you want anything to remember Benson by? Jambo? Oh, Jambo's got a ton. Oh, no. Jambo is crying.
Poor Jambo.
Is there
Jambo doesn't
any...
say anything. He's just kind of limp.
Is he giving like a big lizard hug to his friend?
Sawyer runs back and grabs him.
Yep.
All right. And we all run through the pass wall.
Alright.
And back out into the snow.
Is it still a blizzard out here?
No, because you are no longer in the alternate place you were. You are now outside somewhere. There's no other caves here.
We're in a random location, right?
Looks about the same as you were before. Roll a perception check to see if you can see any landmarks.
I will be
fly up and
glad
take a look as
to.
well.
Perception, you say? Oh, I'm tired.
You are unable to, or you are able to find the familiar. You see the citadel known as Gorbensberg, which is a giant dwarven-made mountain off in the distance. You're probably not very far from where the entrance is. You're just in a nearby proximity, most likely. But you notice that storm that's been going on for a long, long time. There's not a cloud in the sky, and it is like a good 20 degrees warmer than it's been since you've been in the north.
Oh, that fucking bitch.
Yeah, that adds up.
All right, let's swoop back down. So, how much of what she said do you guys think was true?
In total, or how much? About like half truths.
So, did we just...
Kill a minor god?
All in a day's work.
That's what it says it was. It doesn't mean powerful caster.
True that.
Well, looks like there's a city over there. Or at least someplace to get a bit warmer.
Were we near our airship?
Yeah, you're not too far off from where the cave entrance was. Probably like a couple, well, like maybe 1 or 2 additional hours to what you had. So like
Should
a
be
3 to 4 hour trip.
quickly over that. If we go that way, we should be right back at the ship.
All right, let's go.
So you guys, we'll just say for the most part, you make it the additional time. You eventually get to a cliffside overlooking where your ship is, and you do see it. Looks like your ship is in good condition with the fair weather. It looks like everyone is making repairs. You also notice several dwarfs that apparently are also assisting in the repairs of your ship.
So, should we wait up here or should we go down there?
Oh, hell no, I'm going in.
Yeah, I'm done being sneaky.
All right, so you guys walk frozen, tired, beaten, drained,
If
and
any of
emotionally damaged.
those dwarves try and stop me from getting into a bed,
No, everyone just kind of looks like, are you all okay?
Bit tired,
Jimbo starts crying
but
again.
yeah.
Jim was just crazy. Oh no. Owen's like, not now.
hey, go. Sora will set down Jambo with his friends.
Easy enough. So you guys get back. You take a second to breathe and recover, and we'll pause there for the night.
Yep.
There's more, but it's almost 2 a.m. Which means
Yes.
it's even
Fair.
later for things.
I want to know more.
I'll be right back.
Next week.
That fucking bitch.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.